Hi guys, this is going to be game 2 of Ximp, our AI, versus Bakuryu. And I'm not sure what map this is on, as I don't have the language pack installed. But we'll see. Let's jump right into the game. Once again, I am TheEnder. I'm going to be your observer. This looks like Heartbreak Ridge. Alright, spawning in the left position, the yellow Protoss player. We have the AI, Ximp. And on the right side, our purple Zerg, we have Bakuryu. The map is going to be Heartbreak Ridge. Alright, I like this map. So, north of Bakuryu's base, we have his natural. And as we cross the field, we have lots of ridges. Of course, ridges are high ground, and give any unit that's on top of it and firing on low ground units a bit of an advantage, as low ground units will have a 50% miss chance. Let's see if Ximp goes for the same build as he went last game. Last game, Ximp went for a 2-base carrier rush, which is not a bad idea. Unfortunately, Bakuryu did defeat him by going up to a rather quick 4 bases and massing up some Hydras. Alright, this is a 2-player map, so scouting your opponent should not be as difficult, as they can't really hide their locations. There's only one place they can be. Alright, so the scouting probe from Ximp is going to be entering Bakuryu's base. Bakuryu, on the other hand, has not sent a drone scout. He sent his overlords out, and they are heading for the right position. He's gone for a pool first opening, and let's see what he follows it up with. Looks like he's checking the high ground to see if there's any cannons. There are not. And the scouting work for Ximp is just going to skirt around Bakuryu's base, attack a couple probes. Be a little annoying. Oh, is he stuck? It's stuck! Oh no! Oh, the scouting worker goes down really fast. Unfortunately, those drones glitched out on it, and it was unable to move away. So, alright, in the meantime, Forge went down, and we have the double cannon at the front of the base for Ximp. Ximp is continuing to make his probes and mine more minerals. On the other side, it looks like Bakuryu he's got 4 wings building right now. Let's see if he gets a few more. Looks like he's stopping at 4 wings. Those 4 wings are not going to be able to do anything versus these 2 photon cannons. Of course, photon cannons can kill Zerglings in 2 shots, and they've got rather significant range compared to these Zerglings, which are currently not too fast moving and have rather low attack, and it's only melee rather than ranged. Alright, looks like Bakuryu is going to go for a rather fast 3rd base. And there's the hatchery. Bakuryu is going to position his lings so that he can intercept any type of worker that goes out for an additional scout. Actually, one of his Zerglings gets a little bit too close and gets taken out by the cannon. Alright, our Nexus has gone down after the gateway. So, once again, good economic opening from Ximp. And on the other side, it looks like Bakuryu is pretty content to stick to what is going to be soon 3 bases and make many more drones. Gas is going down for Ximp. And with that gas, he'll be able to get his high-tech units out. Alright, so we've got a little bit more time, so let's look a little bit more at the map. So, as we mentioned before, opening to the natural expansion. However, there's also this alternate opening to the back. So if you go up this little narrow ramp to the back, go all the way around, you come to this Protoss temple, and a couple mineral stacks. So what can happen later in the game is to connect the natural expansion to the third base. You can either take out the temple, or you can have some drones mine out these mineral fields. And although you can't tell, there's 5 or 6 fields, so it's going to take your drones a while. So usually, since there's actually no mineral value, you don't want to do that. You don't want to open yourself up to another attack. But it's an option. Alright, 5th photon cannon going down in the natural for Ximp. He is going to be very safe until lots of Hydras come out. However, he has not scouted Bakuryu's base recently, and Bakuryu is not going for any type of aggressive play. Just lots of drones off of 4 hatcheries. Make that 5 hatcheries. Layer is about 75% complete, and once again I expect him to get a Spire as soon as that layer completes. Additional pylon going down so that Ximp doesn't get supply blocked. Mining lots of gas. A few more cannons. Looks like this Overlord here got a little bit aggressive. Ran into some cannon fire. And lots of cannons. I should point out that in addition to being able to take out the cannons like we saw in the last game, an alternate method for Bakuryu to break this position would actually be to take out this single pylon here, as it is providing the energy to all of these cannons. So whereas a cannon only has 200 health, the pylon would have 600, but once again, if that pylon goes down, all of these cannons become unpowered, and could fall rather fast as they won't be able to return fire. But alright, let's see what we have. Hydra upgrades are completing, as we just saw. That was Hydra's speed for Bakuryu. Looks like he's got a pretty good drone saturation at his main, his natural, and at his third base. He's got +1 ranged attacks for his Hydras, and he's taking the 4th base at the 11 o'clock position. Alright, now he's also getting his Hydra range upgrade, also known as Grooved Spines. And there we see the first Hydras coming out. Looks like all of his hatcheries are rallied to the front of his natural. It's a good little way to make sure all your units come out and go to a useful place the moment they're built. Cannons being added on for Ximp. And one thing that I do like about this game compared to last game for Ximp is that his cannons are in a very tightly packed formation. Cannons do have slightly greater range than Hydralist, and so as long as these cannons are tightly packed together, we can have a maximum number of them firing at once. Once again, we're seeing Overlords with speed, Hydralists with speed and range, and pretty soon they should have +1 missile attacks. So once again, it looks like we're going to see a Hydralist break at the front of the Ximp's base. He's got 2 Stargates down, as well as his fleet beacon. And actually, that's his 3rd and 4th Stargates. Once again, though, he's a bit lacking on units. So this could be a problem when he gets attacked. Fourth base for Bakuryu has completed, and drones are beginning to mine minerals. And Hydralists are still rallying across the map. They have their +1 completed. Uh-oh, I heard a drop. Yes, the Hydralists have been loaded into the Overlords, and the Overlords are going to drop them inside Ximp's main. This could be a problem. By dropping into the main, they've bypassed all the cannons at the natural, and it looks like the army of Ximp is going to die pretty fast. He only had a few zealots and a few goons. Looks like the probes are actually able to kill a couple Hydralists by themselves, but of course you don't want your workers to fire on Hydralists. They They just can't fight cost-effectively. So the main is going to go down, the stargates and gateways are going to go down before they make too many units. Cannons are going to get cancelled that we're building. And it looks like this is going to be pretty much game. I mean, Ximp's natural is pretty well guarded with all these cannons, but unfortunately he's going to lose all of his main. And since cannons can't move, he's going to be locked to this position for the rest of the game, however long that will be. So once again, I mean, it was a pretty solid defense from Ximp, but perhaps he could have spent the money that he spent on some of these excess cannons on making more units, as units usually scale better into the mid and later stages of the game, as they can, move between bases, helping out, if there is a drop. But alright, so here we have a two-pronged attack. Bakuryu attacking from both sides. All the cannons are firing, but unfortunately there's just not too much left for Ximp to do. As you can see, he's got plenty of cash in the bank, but he doesn't really have the production facilities to produce anything other than cannons. I like that. So this pylon here was actually blocking out the Hydra so that only a few of them could get through. Actually kind of funny, kind of clever. But alright, all the cannons have gone down. All that remains are a few probes left for Ximp, and these Hydras are going to clean them up. And as we can see, Hydras are continuing to stream across the map for Bakuryu from his 4 bases. Alright, so good game, well played by Ximp, and well played by Bakuryu. GG.